Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Galliett Review. So, I know it's been a while, but I have a lot of reviews coming out soon, and it's going to kick off with this review of Wonder Woman 1984. And before I get into my thoughts on this film, I gotta say, there's been a lot of divisiveness over this film. Like, it's at a 59%, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. Like, because to me, this film is probably the best DC film like they made in this whole DCEU area of the Warner Brothers DC films. And the reason why I say that is because it actually builds on Wonder Woman's character from the previous film, which I think a lot of the DC films haven't really done a great job of that. I mean, the Zack Snyder films in particular are kind of terrible in this thing. It's kind of weird to me that like the best DC films are Shazam and Birds of Prey. But getting back to this movie, this very much reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, or actually like the sequel way more than the first one. Not to say that the first one is bad. I just liked it. It was fine. It was good. But this one to me I absolutely loved. And part of the reason that it was because of Patty Jenkins' direction. Like she really this has her fingerprints all over it, and it's kind of a complete tonal shift from like the first film where it felt very Snydery and kind of just grim and bad. It's just not very good in the first one. But this one, she kind of goes all out, and the action scenes very much do this where they sort of kind of harken back to the 70s Superman film and the Sam Raimi movies of the early 2000s. It kind of made a perfect blend with our like 2010s technology. So I thought that X-Men was pretty good. And also, I really think Gal Gadot is kind of like sort of like kind of grown into the role of Wonder Woman, and she does a way better job here than she did in the first film for me personally. And yeah, it does work. She does work in the film. Now, some of the other side characters, like Maxwell Ward, played by Pedro Pascal, does a pretty phenomenal job. He actually like steals the movie to me personally. He did a great job. And also Christian Wiig's character Barbara. I'm not sure about the last name, but she also does a pretty good job. Though she's not as like she's probably the weakest link of the film, but she still does a pretty good job overall. And I'll get into her more specifically. And another big thing that this film has going for it is Chris Pine playing Steve Trevor, who comes back in a plot twist. But yeah, no, he's great in the film as well. So all the performances and the action and the direction was pretty good for me personally. So the story is a bit of a mixed bag, but it still kind of flows very good. But the main story revolves around this wishing stone, and Maxwell Ward kind of possesses it. And throughout the story, characters' wishes get fulfilled, and stuff like that. And though some people will kind of like get a little bit creeped out by how Steve Trevor becomes back, I still think it works pretty well thematically in the film because it kind of plays into Diana's character at the beginning of the film, where she kind of cheats her way to like sort of get something she wants, but realizes that cheating isn't good, and it kind of like ties into the end of the film very well. So that kind of for me worked pretty well. Again, there are some plot holes in the story, but I still thought it like functioned very well thematically, which is what I really care about. Like when it comes to these comic book movies, again, I think plot and stuff like that kind of get completely like overanalyzed and stuff like that. And I feel like emotion gets left out in a lot of superhero films. I mean, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. So yeah. So out of 10, I'm going to give this film a 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty solid sequel. I know that's going to be a hot take for a lot of people, but again, I really enjoyed this film, and I hope you go check it out. If you already checked it out, check it out again. Like I think it gets better every time I watch it, and it really flows very well. So that's my review of Wonder Woman 1984. Check out this week and the next couple weeks for more reviews because there's going to be a bunch of them. Thanks and goodbye.